Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 159. We've completed? Question mark. We've done what we can at the Dragon Burial Ground for now, which was a little disappointing, honestly. It was really exciting. Like, oh, we're gonna learn a lot about dragons or do some dragonish things, and then it was just like, okay, well. You find no dragons. But there's a promise of dragons later, I suppose. So there's that. Okay, we are heading to Dresden. We're going to meet with Sociel and someone else. I don't remember who else. Sociel and Sela want to talk to us. And then after that, I think it's time for us to head to the Ivory Sanctum. Alright. Sela seems to be in a good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head as if suddenly realizing something. Now, I probably shouldn't have come to you officially, like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've been either saving Canabras or marching on Dresden. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present, and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. What are you buying the present for? For Elan and his bride. After that story at the camp, when Kurl stole the ring from us and summoned the demons, Elan and I both overreacted and said some things we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, but I haven't really apologized to him. I want to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen. There's a new jewelry shop in Dresden. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. A great idea. I'd love to stretch my legs for a bit. Great! Well, then I'll meet you at the jewelry shop. It's in the east of the city. I was wondering what the fuck that place was there for. Like, it was a little strange. Aren't you tired of your endless work? Sociel smiles mysteriously. Take a break from your righteous labors, and let's go for a walk. Everyone wants to go for a walk with me. I want to draw a couple of studies for your portrait. You standing proudly against the background in the city you saved. Are you really going to paint my portrait? Of course. I can't think of a more worthy model. Is it just me, or are you up to something? Sociel's smile grows even more mysterious. Come with me, and you will see. Sure. Let's do it. Thank you. You won't regret this. I'm in it to win it, baby. Let's go. I think Sociel might be the nicest person among the bunch. Okay. I was like, Gim, please. You and Sociel stroll through the city, searching for the best spot for sketching. Here, perhaps? No, this won't work. Awful background. It doesn't suit you at all. What else have you been drawing lately? Portraits, mostly. Knights, soldiers, priests, prisoners, masons, refugees. People full of hope. People full of rage. People so numb with grief they cannot speak. So many people pass before our eyes every day. If I could, I'd paint every single person in the city so none of their faces would ever be forgotten. You telling me where we're going? What makes you think we're going somewhere in particular? Sociel's face radiates pure innocence. We're just walking around the city, looking for a place that will inspire the artist and emphasize the beauty of the model. Weather has been rather strange lately, hasn't it? I feel like we just have only so many questions. Oh. I wonder. Don't tell me. Honestly, I'd hoped the World Wound's influence would recede once we cleansed the city. I'd hoped normal weather would return. I still shiver whenever it rains blood. Perhaps I was naive. Still, there's nothing to worry about. Once we win, the warm winds, gentle rains, and rainbows will return. Aha! Social stops, beaming with anticipation. This is the perfect place. Stand over there, please. Over where? That's the perfect place? It's a random wall. Also, why is there a band? Rainbows sounds like a Harvest Moon game. I mean, probably not wrong. As soon as you stand where Social indicated, the cleric signals to someone out of sight. An unseen orchestra begins to play. Overwhelmed by the sound of trumpets and violins, you feel something light and fragrant start to rain down upon you. An actor dressed as an angel sits on the wall above your head, taking handfuls of flower petals from a large tub and sprinkling them over you. Social approaches you slowly and solemnly. Holy shit! Kajak, you are a hero and a leader to many. Some of us are lucky to call you a friend and brother in arms. But I want you to know you mean so much more to me. The cleric kneels before you. My goddess encourages us to seek beauty in everything we do, in our appearance, deeds, and thoughts. I do not think she will condemn me if I say I have found the perfection we extol in our hymns to her. I have found it in you. Bro taking his shot, absolutely. And like, this is a good shot. Like, he's aiming real nice. No idea Social swung that way, or that he was that much into you. I think, yeah. I think we've seen, like, the signs throughout, so this is definitely not a surprise to me. But I mean, I've been here and present for all of the little bits and pieces, so I've been kind of expecting this for a while. We caught him writing poetry for us one time. And he was super embarrassed. But anyways, of all the mortals in our imperfect world, you are the most beautiful. I understood this the first time I saw you. Now I kneel before you. I can't believe he's saying this to me in my stupid hat. Admittedly, I remember that poem he slipped into your pocket. There you go. See? It wasn't poetry, it's what he's saying right now. Well, you know. Now I kneel before you and ask you most humbly to allow me to be with you. My heart is yours, if you'll only take it. Oh, I kind of want to tease him. Oh, what is this circus? Now, Declaration of Love seems like something you got out of a book. Which one was it? Why are you wearing so many clothes? My goodness. So I'm feeling either one or two, right? Like, I do feel like this is beautiful, nicely done, Social, or, right, I feel like egging him on, right? Like, this is a confession? Oh, if this is a confession, you haven't said the magic word. I kind of want to go that route, because I do feel like that is a little chaotic, a very in character. So, let's try that. Is this a confession? Then why haven't I heard the most important word of all? Social flushes with embarrassment. Ajak, he swallows and takes a deep breath. I love you. I truly do. Will you accept? The cleric's breath catches in his throat, making him swallow the end of the sentence. Aw, this one's kind of rude, right? Like, though, you want to love me? Fine, I'll allow it. Let's, you're dear to my heart, but only as a friend? Certainly not. No, I actually think of all the characters that we have, right, that could be potentially a romantic interest, I think Sela and Social are the ones that I think are the best people that are actually, like, likable people that could have good relationships with, right? You know? Like, Ember is best girl, but she's a child, right? She appears to be a child and she acts like a child. Ninio, I think I find really interesting, but she just doesn't strike me as someone who's like gonna go that route. I actually really like Dayren, but he also seems like he might just, you know, go supernova demon mode, kill the world type scenario. Yeah, I think Social and Sela are kind of like the two best situations there. So you figured Ninio was asexual, honestly? Yeah, that's honestly probably like... I could see some weird scenario where they, you know, they wrote it out as like experimentation, where Ninio's like, let's have a relationship. It'll be an experiment. You know, that type of scenario, right? Like, I need to study how people react in relationships to better understand X thing that's fucking with this other experiment. So, how do I do that? I know. I'll just be in a relationship with you. You know, that type of thing, right? Like, I could see that happening with Ninio. But otherwise, yeah, I would think in an actual scenario, I would paint Ninio as asexual as well, right? Or at least like the current version of Ninio. I don't know if she'll change depending on what we find in her future about her memories. Anyways, I think we're gonna kiss Social. Of course, I'll be with you. I don't see a reason not to. You touch Social's soft lips, and he kisses you clumsily, but eagerly and passionately. It makes me so... So Shelyn, being like this goddess of, I think, like, love and beauty and things like that, it's interesting to me how fumbling Social is. Like, very interesting. You lose track of time until you finally pull away, and he whispers in your ear, I was so frightened you would reject me. I'm ready to pose, but shall we allow the orchestra to leave and get that poor angel off the wall first? Yes, of course. Social waves away the performers with embarrassment, but then produces his sketchbook. Stand here. Oh, Shelyn, I promise you this portrait will be a masterpiece. That's fun. That's fun. Bismuth just fucking jumps in the way. Oh, you fucking dinosaur. You piece of shit dinosaur. Oh god, why are you always there? That's funny. Gotta position my ice packs for maximum coolage. Okay, that was fun. Let's see if there's anything else that we're doing here. Or if it's time, and I think it's time that we're just heading to reports. Reports! I think it's time we head to the Ivory Sanctum. Before we do that, we are going to rest, I believe. And I want to check everyone's freaking spells. Okay, yours don't matter. You don't have spells. You don't have, so you don't care. Yours don't matter. Yours matter. What are you doing? Expeditious Retreat is a good buff to have up on you, actually. Enlarge Person is fine, but Ember has Enlarge Person and doesn't have a lot of things to use here. So Ember is a better option for that. And I would actually say... if we're going to do that situation, we just get rid of these, put a bunch of magic missiles up, basically. Because magic missiles are going to give Ninio the option of, 5d4 plus 5 is not a great amount of damage by any stretch of the imagination, right? But it is some damage that she can just throw out in certain fights, so... We'll do that. I think the blur option is actually pretty strong because of what we potentially plan to do with other things. We could throw some, like, Scorching. She doesn't really have any. We could throw, like, some small elementals in. We could throw, like, some invisibility in. I honestly think just setting with blur is fine. We don't have enough blurs, though. Me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters, right? Odysseus. So we would need 10 blurs. We would need all of this to be blurs, which is, I mean, doable, but we also have blur on me, right? So, and not a lot of things that we're using for there. So I actually think we're okay with fewer blurs than we have. We could use create pits. I don't know. I just don't really feel like whatever is going to happen here is going to matter too terribly much. Keep going. Boop, boop. Blink. That's fine. Invisibility communal, I think, is fine. Haste, honestly, I think is the best plan here. Displacement is good, but we have one, and it's rare that we use it. Dimension Door. Greater invisibility could actually be useful. I'll throw in a greater invisibility. We still have 6, 7, 8, 9 chances for Phantasmal Killer. I feel okay with that. Animal Growth, Echolocation is good. Phantasmal Web seems fine. Phantasmal Web's actually not weird. I could see Phantasmal Web being something that we do more frequently. We also have Animal Growth on ourselves, so let's take 3 Phantasmal Webs. Okay, Stone to Flesh. Just useful to have, I think, potentially. The Phantasmal Killer is fine. Fox's Cunning is good. We don't need Eagle's Splendor, because we already have that on Social. So, grab another Phantasmal Killer. Here we go. Greater Heroism is probably pretty good. Shout. I don't have a favored school. I didn't take anything of my favorite school here. That's unfortunate. Tommy. Situation doesn't matter. Okay, we have freedom of movement could be good for herself, right? Actually. We've been using Longstrider, that's good. Instant Enemy, I think, is also good. Chameleon Stride Greater, I think, could be interesting. Take that instead. Also meaning we no longer have to use Chameleon Stride itself, which we're looking for more opportunities to use Barkskin. So Sense Vitals. We never use Sense Vitals. Let's just take a bunch of Barkskin. I think, actually. I think what we've got going on here is correct, though. Aspect of the Falcon and Hurricane Bow. I think that's good. Social has a bunch of options. I think we want more Shield of Faith. I think we want less Divine Favor. More Shield of Faith, I think. Plus is fine. I don't really feel like we need magic weapon anymore, honestly. The additional saves is kind of like the, but we have protection from alignment communal, right? I kind of feel like we just take more blesses and maybe some more shields of faith. Maybe things like remove fear. But we have protection from fear because of Sela, so I don't think that really matters too terribly much. We can take some things like remove sickness, but that's just not as, I mean, whatever. I think I'm agonizing over things that don't really matter that much. Align weapon, protection, communal, bunch of other random crap. Do things like remove paralysis, just in case we run into that. We can do things like, it's like Blessing of Courage and Luck and Blessing of Luck and Resolve. We can put that on people at least. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Again, I think I'm worrying about something more than it is relevant. Resist energy communal, I think, is pretty good. Remove things like remove curse, remove blindness, all of that stuff I think is useful in remove disease, all specifically useful, right? But it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, what do I want to do? Magic vestment I think is good. All of this stuff, good. I think Crusader's Edge is actually quite good, but Bane quality against evil outsiders. I think Crusader's Edge is actually quite good. But it only goes on a melee weapon, so I should start putting that on Sela and on Social. I really just need to put more attack options on Social. Break Enchantment is good. Raise Dead. I actually do want Raise Dead now because we do have the option of, we have some diamonds now, so we can actually use that. Disrupting weapon could be really strong. Something like that. Again, main hand melee weapon, so could throw 2 of these in. That could be interesting. We have True Communal on Nenio, so we can use that there. So I'm not super worried about that. Blessing of Luck and Resolve Mass could be cool. Could be okay. Probably better than the create undead that we never use. I'll throw that out there. Fair. Heal, I do think, is potentially a good option. I think ultimately, True Seeing Communal is just so pricey from a Diamond Dust scenario that we're never going to use it until, like, later on. But IDK. Spellbook, we've got Holy Word. I guess we don't have to use Holy Word. We can use Animal Shapes or Greater Restoration. I'll just stay on Holy Word. A Resurrection. Alright, I think we're fine here. Sela has here Veil of Positive Energy. Like we should be using that over Magic Weapon, which is not going to do anything. It's Virtue. Oh yeah, we've talked about that before. Blessed Weapon's fine, Divine Favor. Sela just doesn't have a lot of great options. Bestow Grace is something that she can put on other people, which is pretty okay. Aura of Greater Courage. All allies within the aura are immune to fear. That's why I just don't care about fear stuff, is because, you know, we have Aura of Greater Courage. So. Against death effects is pretty cool. We just stay with Bestow Grace, honestly. Greater Magic Weapon's good. Angelic Aspect, I think, is fine. And we don't have any spells of that level yet. Okay, cool. I just needed to... It'd been a while since we'd actually gone through and did spells, so... We're just resting here because we want to make sure we get our... I believe Maravok was serious when he said he loved that vicious beetle from the abyss. Sure, she's no oil painting, but then again, maybe she just sang him a little tune, cooked him his favorite meal, and stroked his hair. Who knows with demons? A little care and affection would be enough to tempt me, personally. No magic necessary. Nice! Woljif, man after my own heart, right? Like, Woljif really is that anime boy that's just like, I just want to lay my head in your lap. I just want someone to love me and not stab me in the back, but I'm so jaded that I feel like everyone's gonna stab me in the back. Huh? You gonna stab me in the back? Is that what that is? Uh-huh. Expectations indeed.
Make sure you're right.
That's fair. Alright, we're gonna head out to town, sell off... Oh, what do we got going on in the streets? In the streets! Alright, what are we... What's happening? Oh, right. We need to go to the jewelry artisan. I forgot about that. What's up, Mama?
Thirsty.
Get a drink of water. Okay. Finish that water. Then you drink the other water. I don't plan on... Okay, actually, I plan on refilling this water bottle and putting it in the fridge. Yeah, well, you know what? Desperate times.
Drink tap. You sick.
Please tell that to the rest of the city of Texarkana.
You can't drink tap. You'll get sick. Thank you. Open it.
Well, like the Nestle Corporation in power.
Did you have a drink of it?
I'm gonna get the other water, and I'm gonna put this in the fridge for me in the morning.
Oh my God, if I accidentally...
Well, don't drink it. Don't do it.
Let's see what we can do.
Mama, don't do it, Mama. Okay. Why the fuck is he still way the fuck over there? Why is he so slow? Can I just... Oh, that was the wrong fucking item. Get out of here, Bismuth. Like, oh, I wonder if that... I wonder if that takes his shit off. I bet it does. How annoying.
Well, again.
How annoying. Ah, Derek Sunhammer. Dude's actually here. Dude's kind of decked out. Look at that. Do my eyes deceive me? The victorious Knight Commander himself has paid a visit to my shop. Such an honor, such an honor. A dignified dwarf in a luxurious, beautifully adorned garment bows to you before turning to Sela. You are most welcome as well, Iomedes faithful. It is a pleasure to see so many brave crusaders within these walls. I am Derek Sunhammer, the jeweler. This shop is one of many that I own. Ah, Master Derek himself. I heard the only place one is likely to bump into you is at a royal reception. Ha ha, not at all. My wares are expensive. Not least because I have to buy costly metals and gems, and also pay for the security of shops and workshops throughout Mindev and beyond its borders. My prices limit the circle of my clientele, but that doesn't mean I myself shun all those not in possession of a noble title. Master Derek gives you a warm smile. I must say again, I am very glad to see you here. Why did you decide to open a shop in the front line of the war? There are two sides to me, if I can put it that way. I am both a merchant and an artist. For the artist in me, the crusade is a limitless source of inspiration. In recent years, I have crafted very few delicate items, plants and flower patterns, you know. My current preference is for heavier, larger jewelry, dark metal, expressive gems and cool colors. Everything that reminds me of steel armor, the calming weight of a shield in your hand, flash of weapons. Alright then. But the merchant in me sees something else in Dresden. A risky but potentially fruitful new market. If you succeed in your noble cause and defeat or at least push back the demons, the city will thrive. And whoever is first to make a splash here will reap the rewards. Those are my motives. Inspiration and greed in equal measure. Master Derek makes a helpless gesture. Hell yeah, dude. That's respectable. Sela wants to talk to you about something. You have my full attention. The dwarf strokes his beard. It's simple, Master. You might remember that a while ago Sir Eland of the Hound Hearts ordered a ring from you. A silvery ring with a blue-green gem. I would like to buy something similar, but I only have this much money. Sela shows him her coin purse. I feel like she's gonna reject it if we try to help, but I want it to be what Elan would have been able to get. If what Sela is offering is not enough, I will help. Come on, K-Jack. Sela's embarrassed. I only invited you along for advice. I can handle the expenses myself. Oh, I would advise you not to reject the commander's help out of hand. With his participation, I can offer you something truly special that fits your description perfectly. A ring with a blue-green gem, just as you described. This is one of my latest creations, and I'm very proud of it. Alas, your own funds, my dear, are only enough for my plainest ring, and the gem in it is not the right color. Buy the fucking gem. I don't spend... Or buy the fucking ring. I don't spend my money on anything else. We need the very best. Sela sends you a grateful look. Master Derek lowers his head respectfully and retrieves a box from the bag on his belt, opening it to reveal an exquisite ring with a glittering blue-green jewel. He lets the light play on the gem's facet, then places the box in Sela's hands. This is a special item. I'm glad to see it go to someone as worthy as yourself. Or how could the commander's friend be anything but? May it bring good fortune to its owner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I don't usually make sales in my own shops. I have golems for that. Besides, I prefer spending my time at my workbench, not behind the counter. But I was glad to serve you, Commander, and your valiant companion. All the best. Actually liked that guy. Like, kind of, this place felt very ostentatious to me, and when we, like, I assumed, right? Oh, you were wondering how he managed multiple shops like that? Yeah, we've seen these guys. He has these fucking automatons, these metal golems. I was like, ooh. But yeah, I liked that guy. I kind of expected him to be a little insufferable, a little stuffy, right? But they designed him to be the exact opposite, it seems. Anyways, well, that's that done. Sela stows the ring box. Come with me to the barracks to give the ring to Elan, will you? After that, we can go to the tavern and have a few drinks. Are you happy with what you bought? Well, yes. The truth is, I just needed a reason to talk to him and show that I want us to patch things up. I'm not great at this friendship stuff, but I'm trying. Let's fucking go. I don't think it's gonna work out, Jay. You say here's hoping it works out. I'm assuming that there's not. I'm assuming there's gonna be something negative that happens, like, you know, we get robbed, or Elan is, you know, not happy about it. Dresden is a nice little town. I don't care what anybody says. I like the life in the Crusade. So many different people, blah, 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 blah. When I go to pray to the Sword of Valor, there's this feeling of total calm that comes over me. It's like, okay, that's the fortress walls won't protect us against flying demons, of course, but still, I can't help breathing a little. Yeah, way too quick on the text there. No good deed? Yeah, basically. Hey, Elan. Sela, Knight Commander. Elan seems a little discomfited. Good to see you. Not this again. To avoid a drawn-out conversation, I'll just get to the point. I got you a gift. It's a ring to replace the one Curl stole. Oh, Sela. Thank you so much, but you shouldn't have. I've already apologized to you for how I behaved back at the camp, and I'll say it again. I don't blame you for anything. We fought shoulder to shoulder here in Dresden. Can't we just let bygones be bygones? Sure we can, but take the present. Your wedding is right around the corner. Sela puts the ring in the knight's hand. Did you know that we found Jana? After she ran off, she was taken prisoner by demons. So I heard, and I'm not surprised. She just let us down. She let herself down, too. Oof. I mean, not wrong, but oof. That's a rough reaction to that. You still distrust me in the power I've been granted, Elan. The knight endures your look and answers smoothly. Yes, Commander, I still have my doubts. I'm just a warrior. I have faith in the gods' will, but I'm used to relying on things I can understand, things I know. An honest sword, a prayer passed down through the generations. Don't take it as a sign of disrespect. Be more disrespectful to lie to your face. Yep, don't disagree. Absolutely. Watch me like a hawk, fam. Just don't put the sword in my back too readily, eh? Right? By the way, when is the long-awaited wedding? Very soon. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. It would be a tremendous honor if you would come to my wedding. We're going to hold it not far from the walls of Dresden to the east towards the river. Sila's already been invited. Now I'm asking you. You showed so much kindness to me when you helped me look for that ill-fated ring. I simply must repay you somehow. Besides, Kiana would simply love to meet you, and I can't deny her anything. Whoa. God. Everything about this is screaming bad idea to me. Right? Like, absolutely I want to do it. I totally want to do it. But what happens when because I'm at the wedding, right? The wedding gets attacked by demons because we're away from Dresden. They can just teleport in, right? What happens when the wedding is attacked by demons because the Knight Commander's there and they're trying to assassinate me? And then Kiana gets killed. And then Elan is like, or Elan gets killed. But more likely, Kiana gets killed, and Elan is like, I blame you for this, and I will hunt you to the ends of eternity, right? Like, just see, right? Immediate answer. Aren't you worried about holding the wedding outside the city walls? This is great. Say you'll go, okay, Jack? We'll have so much fun. Aren't you worried about holding the wedding outside the city walls? We chose a place that is still within range of the holy power of the Sword of Valor. Okay. Alright, fine. My fellow Houndhearts will be there, and Kiana and her friends know how to handle themselves. Of course, the location is not entirely risk-free. Nowhere in the world wound is. But it's as protected as it can be. And the territory has been much calmer since your victory. Still feel very, very bad about this, but let's do it. We'll be there. Thank you, Commander. And thank you, Sela, for the gift. Wedding Meadow. And once again, we are not going to the Ivory Sanctum. we have somewhere else to go now. So long, my friend. Sela turns to you. Thank you for coming for a walk with me. It's nice to take a breather between fights sometimes. I hope we have a good time at the wedding. All these battles and divine powers, we need to make sure we don't lose touch with ordinary life. Disagree with you there.
Here we go.
You just go out here. Load times are killing me tonight, y'all. The fudge?
I can handle it.
Yeah. What the fudge? My ice pack is almost entirely melted. Or at least one of them is. Oy, oy, oy.
Can't make the demons wait.
That's a sad scenario. I've had that thing up for 45 minutes, maybe. It did do a pretty good job of helping cool me down, though, so there's that. I'll look the proverbial gift horse in the mouth. Okay, we need to head up here real quick to sell some stuff. Jewelry trader, bulk selling, sell, fantastic. Alright, sorts, type ascending. I don't really want to go through all these right now, honestly. Truth to be told.
Beautiful.
We're probably going to be fine. Not super worried about it. Gonna get on out of here. Yes, I think we're happy with this team. Although I do kind of want to spend more time with Woljif. Honestly. Woljif is pretty neat. Okay, Wedding Meadow. Let's go see how fucking horrible this goes. Oh, this can't. Surely the game isn't going to be like, yep, everything's nice. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, and I think we will have to wait to find out on the next video. So, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time for more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.